When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk, people. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you all had a good weekend. Hope you all have a blessed weekend. Welcome back to the Mek Wi Talk program here, right here on the Mek Wi Talk YouTube channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Just to let everyone know, the views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Mek Wi Talk program or this house. Those are the views of the callers and the subscribers. It has been a long weekend. A long weekend. But, you know, as our national anthem said, Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. We ask God to keep our nation from evil powers. We ask God to assist us in whatever we do, in whatever we say. And may God, in his tender mercy, bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. For those who are just joining us for the first time, welcome. For all my other family members on here, the Mek Wi Talk family, we're all a family over here. You know, tell Jeffrey like it is. So Jeffrey do it this way, Jeffrey do it that way, and whatever. And I appreciate that. I just want to say to everyone on this platform that we're here not to gain power or popularity. We're here to see what we can do to assist our island home. A home that we truly love. A Jamaica that we would love to leave for our children. A Jamaica where we'd love to live, work, and raise family. A Jamaica where we would love to walk around and leave our windows and door open. But for the time being, we're living in a Jamaica that is not up to par. A Jamaica in which politicians has promised us and keep on promise us, and they haven't fulfilled their promises. So I say to everyone on this platform this morning that despite our differences, despite our negativity sometimes and our positiveness, let us think about Jamaica. Let's think about a Jamaica in which we love, a Jamaica in which we'd love to see the rule of law goes for everyone. Not the rule of law goes for the people of the effluent of society, but the rule of law that goes for every single Jamaican from all walks of life. And we have a lot of work to do. We, the Jamaican people, have a lot of work to do. It doesn't matter what political party you're from, but we have a lot of work to do. And I say to you all this morning, the time has come, and I keep on saying it, for us to put away the PNP and the JLP and think about Jamaica. Our nation is in a crisis in which only Almighty God can take us out of it. Because when you have one of Jamaica's chief prosecutors who admitted to tainted jurors and she allowed a case to go on, that is to show you that Jamaica is in serious crisis. When you have Jamaicans languishing in prisons who has never seen the doorstep of a courthouse, has never been in front of a judge, but yet they're in prison. They've been locked up all their adult life, and yet we as a nation talk that we are God-fearing. Are we truly God-fearing? Is our churches in our country so political aligned that they can't see beyond the political parties? Is Jamaica, or is Jamaicans have two laws in our country? One for the rich and one for the poor. One for the people who live up Cherry Garden and one for those who live down Crossroad. Is that the country that we have? Is that the country we want to leave for our children? Is that the country that we want to leave for our children? Where the political elites of our country makes laws, and the laws that they make is not for us, but for them and their favorite few. Good morning, Annie. Good morning, everyone who's just coming on. Is this the Jamaica that we truly want to leave for our children and our grandchildren? A nation is rigged with corruption and nepotism and cronyism. A nation that is rigged with tainted jurors and prosecutors who refuse to say, no, we can't go along with this. We have to throw it out. Is this the country that we want to leave for little black brothers and sisters? We have a constitution, my fellow Jamaicans, that speak about the rule of law. And the Constitution of Jamaica, the laws goes for every single Jamaican. Not for those who lives up the, as I dub them as the Vumvavon, the Vumvavi. That's not what we think that our Constitution meant. Our Constitution meant that every single Jamaican have a civil right and a fundamental right to life, liberty, and happiness. But yet, day after day, we see so many things happening in our country. Day after day, we see police brutalities. Day after day, we see police executional killing in our country. And yet, we're talking a country that has churches per square mile. Is this the country, and I keep on asking it, is this the country we want to leave for truly our children? When those who believe that the laws lies behind the trigger of a gun, and for those policemen in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, I will take up for you all when the time is right. But there's a video circulating on social media. I'm going to speak about that in a couple minutes. But for those who believe that the gun that you hold at your side belongs to you. Remember, the gun belongs to the taxpayers of Jamaica, not for you. And if you continue to believe that you're going to go around and shoot down Jamaicans as if they are blackbird, then I say to you all this morning, there's going to come a time in our country when our Jamaican people are going to say enough is enough. I say to the new Commissioner of Police this morning, I came on here to talk about the Vybz Kartel case. And we're going to talk about it because his lawyer said that his attorney is saying that he's confident his client will not face retrial. We're going to have that. We're going to speak some more about that and ask your views on it. But I opened this morning by saying, are we, the Jamaican people, going to sit down and allow what is going on in our country to continue? I say to the new Commissioner of Police this morning that if you truly want to stem Jamaica's crime problem, Mr. Commissioner, then I say to you, look within the Jamaica Constabulary Force and root out the corruption, root out the nepotism, root out the cronyism, and root out the criminalism that is going on in the JCF. For you to gain back the confidence and the trust of the Jamaican people, Commissioner of Police, you have a lot of work to do. And the work that you have to do, Mr. Commissioner, is to clean the police force from within. You all must remember one thing and one thing only, that we, the Jamaican people, put you all there. We, the Jamaican people, pay you. I'm not saying that there's not criminality around our country. But for those judicial killings going on in the country, it cannot continue, Mr. Commissioner. And Mr. Commissioner, put away politics out of the JCF, sir. The people of Jamaica pay you, sir. So I believe, Mr. Commissioner of Police, that you must tell the Jamaican people the actual truth of how many Jamaicans are being murdered in our country. Don't let the politician tell you what to do and what not to do, sir. Be truthful to the Jamaican people, Mr. Commissioner. Be honest to the Jamaican people, sir. And if your hands are tied because of the Commissioner of Police, then tender resignation and tell the people of Jamaica. But you need to tell the Jamaican people the truth of the crime figures in this country. You need to tell the Jamaican people the truth of how many Jamaicans are murdered in this country, Mr. Commissioner. And you, Mr. Commissioner, need to clean the JCF from top to bottom. From Nickel Point to Moran Point, Mr. Commissioner. No more. Absolutely no more would we stand by. And let our sons and daughters be murdered in this country. And we sit down and say, oh, it's not because it's not us. Or because it doesn't face any member of our family. We're not doing anything about it. I say to every single Jamaican from all walks of life, we need to stand up. Stand up for Jamaica. Don't stand up for the People's National Party, the Jamaica Labour Party, the UIC, or the Never Dare Move, or the whatever they want to call it. Stand up for Jamaica. Stand up for the country we believe in. And the only way we can get a better Jamaica, unless we, the people, stand up for Jamaica and stop saying that we are PNP and we are JLP, the only way this country is going to move forward, the only way this country will stop knocking behind Haiti's back door, if we, the people, we, the Jamaican people, will stand up and say enough is enough. will call a spade, will demand accountability from the political elites, will demand accountability from the Integrity Commission, will demand accountability from the Commissioner of Police. But there is no more. Absolutely no more. Will we, the people of our country, allow the nepotism and cronyism to continue in this country? And I say to the mothers and fathers out there, if you know that your daughters and your son is involved in criminality, then turn them in. Do not allow the police to go there and take the laws in their own hand and execute them. And plant gun at their side and say they have a shootout when there is no shootout. The new Commissioner of Police must prove to the Jamaican people that they can trust him. And the only way they can trust you, Mr. Commissioner, unless you decide to clean the entire police force. And one of them you need to start doing is to tell the Jamaican people the truth of how many Jamaicans are murdered in this country by the hands of gun. Do not shove the numbers, sir. Do not cook the numbers up, sir. We, the Jamaican people, have had enough. And we, the Jamaican people, will stand up now. We will not allow this country to knock behind Haiti's back door no longer. And I say to the Prime Minister of this country, the time has come for you, sir, to speak the truth. Nothing but the truth, sir. You have lied to the Jamaican people for far too long. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, sir, the time has come for you, sir, to speak the truth in the Parliament of Jamaica and tell the people of this country the truth. The time has come for you, sir, to declare your asset and tell the Jamaican people how much you're really worth. The time has come, sir, for you, Mr. Prime Minister, to let the Jamaican people know who are those 6 parliamentarians. Because we will not allow this country, the country that we dearly love, the country is the envy of the Caribbean and envy of the world. We will not allow you, sir, or any other politicians to let this country run behind Haiti's back door, sir. So I say to you this morning, Prime Minister Holness, if you truly love Jamaica, then ramp up the corruption that's going on in the country, sir. Stand up for the corruption that's going on in the country, sir. And speak the truth to the Jamaican people. And stop the lying to the Jamaican people, Mr. Holness. You know the lies you have told the Jamaican people. You know the lies, Mr. Holness. And so I say to you this morning, sir, if you truly believe that there is a God, speak the truth to the Jamaican people, sir. If you truly believe that there is a God, then come out and tell the Jamaican people how much is your declaration, sir, how much you're really worth. In which other modern democracy can you have a prime minister ruling a country and nobody know his true asset? Which country are we living in? The last time I checked, Mr. Holness, Jamaica is a modern democracy. You yourself said that Jamaica is a democracy, sir. But we the people, Mr. Holness, are sick and tired of your lies and your nepotism, sir. We, the Jamaican people, sir, are sick and tired of your lies Let me clarify something. I said nepotism. Let me clarify this. We are sick and tired of your lies. There is too much cronyism, nepotism, and corruption in the country, Mr. Holness. And for those who believe that they can go on social media and drag my name through the mud, because I'm not speaking about your party, I would advise you to desist. I would advise you to desist and speak about the country that you truly love. We can't put party above our country, but we must put country above party and self. And the time is now. The time is now, Jamaicans from all walks of life. Whether you live in the diaspora, or you live in Jamaica, or you live in Timbuktu, the time has come for us as Jamaicans to walk up and stand up and speak out and rally around a single cause and a single purpose. The time has come, Jamaicans. In New York, in Washington, in Florida, in Atlanta, in England, in Canada, in Germany, in France, in South Africa. The time has come, my fellow Jamaicans, to stand up and speak the truth. Stand up and call a spade a spade. Stand up and speak about Jamaica. No more. No more will we stand idly by and allow what is going on in our country to continue. No more. Good afternoon, my friend. Or good morning, my friend, JamaicaTV.com. CD, how you doing? Patricia? Patrick, how you doing? And so this morning, as I come on air this morning, I did a lot of reflection. I did a lot of reflection, rather. My tongue is tied up this morning. I did a lot of reflection this morning and over the weekend. One of the reflections I did was to sit down and speak to some people who I know very well, some older Jamaicans, who continue encouraging me, who continue encouraging other people who have platforms like myself, Wilfred Radigan, and others. That we're fighting a fight that have to take the entire Jamaicans, the entire Jamaica. And the fight that we're fighting is not to bring down Andrew Holness administration. The fight we're fighting is not to bring down a PNP Mark Golding. But the fight we're fighting is for the democracy of Jamaica. A Jamaica that we can say when we're gone home to Jamaica, that we can say to each other, we have leave a better Jamaica for our Jamaicans. We want to leave a Jamaica that our children can grow up in. If you all don't see what is going on in Haiti, and you believe that Jamaica is going to just sit us up of the corruption and cronyism going on in the country, then you make a sad mistake. You make a sad mistake, my fellow Jamaicans. And so, as we get up this Monday morning, the 25th of March, let us be on one accord. Let us not be PNP and JLP and UIC and Never Dare Move and Marcus Garvey this and Marcus Garvey that. Let us be one Jamaica. Let us have a call to action. A call to action means that we must stand up and speak out about the cronyism and the nepotism and the corruption in the country. A call to action means that we must tell the Commissioner of Police That no more will you all lie to the Jamaican people about the crime numbers or the crime figures. And no more will you all sit down and plant guns in our sons and daughters and say there's a shootout when there's no shootout. No more. A call to action means that we, the Jamaican people, must say to the powers may be that our voices must be heard. Our voices have to be heard. And we will not, Mr. Holness, we will not sit down anymore. We, the Jamaican people, put you there, sir. And we can demand an election way before you even decide to call it, sir. No more. No more will you lie to the people of our country. No more, sir. For far too long, we sit down and we allow all of you, from 1932 or 35 until now, have you all served the Jamaican people correctly? We're well renowned as land of wood and water. And how many Jamaicans have water in their pipe? We'll be 62 years old. How many Jamaicans have water in their pipe? You all have spent billions and billions of dollars on health care. And yet majority of our hospitals in our country it is rat infected and cockroach infected. And none of you politicians will ever go to the KPH and lay down when you're sick. You're going to 23 Wings or you're going to Miami. While the people who vote for you put you there, they are the ones who will go to KPH and have rat run all over them. Mr. Prime Minister, we are sick and we're tired. We are sick and we're tired of the lies of your administration. We are sick and we're tired of your promises. How long? How long shall our people continue like this? How long? And as I end this part of this program and go to the section of the program, I say to every Jamaican from all walks of life, let us stand up for what we believe in. Let us not stand up for a JLP Jamaica. Jamaica is Jamaica. Let us not stand up for a PNP Jamaica. Jamaica is Jamaica. We never born a member of the People's National Party, a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. We were born Jamaicans. And stop this stupidness. My mother is a PNP, so me a die hard. There's no die hard at this. Think about your country. Look beyond the borders of Jamaica. Look what our sister Haiti is going through. Do you want Jamaica to go through what Haiti is going through? Wake up, my fellow Jamaicans, and stand up for what you believe in. And when I say stand up, I mean a peaceful stand up. It is your constitutional right to have a peaceful demonstration. Stand up for what you believe in. And stand up for Jamaica land we love. A nation that is well renowned around the world of the greenery, the lush mountains of the Blue Mountain Peak, the 7-mile beach of sand from Negril to wherever in Ocho-Reyes you have 7-mile beach. But yet, majority of our Jamaicans can't even walk the beach of our country. No more. No more will we stand by and say because me mama PNP, me papa PNP or JLP, so I'm a party in a power. No more. No more will we stand by and have everyone warm it and disrespect the people of this country. No more will we have a Prime Minister Andrew Holness walking out on the Jamaican people in the parliament and believe that he has walked out on Mark Golding. No, you have not. You have walked out on the Jamaican people, Mr. Holness. And no more will we stand by anymore and allow you to disrespect us anymore. Mr. Holness, if you have the decency, sir, you'd go to the Parliament of Jamaica and apologize to the Jamaican people. Remember one thing, Mr. Holness. We, the Jamaican people, put you there. You didn't go there by yourself. We, the people, we have the power in our hands. And we, the Jamaican people, Mr. Holness, demand an apology from you. Prime Minister Andrew Michael Brogard Holness. We, the Jamaican people, demand an apology from you, sir. You walk out on the Jamaican people in the parliament during the budget debate, sir. You did not walk out on Mark Golding and the PNP. You walk out on the Jamaican people, sir. Enough is enough. You politicians believe that you have no respect for the Jamaican people. You go around and disrespect the Jamaican people and yet sit in the parliament and collect thousands and thousands of taxpayers' money. While you decide to give the Jamaican people $15,000. What on earth can $15,000 buy? No more. No more. The time has come for all of us to sit down and think within ourselves. And think within ourselves. And stand up for Jamaica. Jamaica land we love. Our national anthem speak about our island home. No more. My fellow Jamaicans, no more. Enough is enough. We, the Jamaican people, has had enough. And I say to every single Jamaican at the sound of my voice, stop this PNP and JLP stupidness and stand up for the Jamaica that we love. Stand up for the piece of rock in the Caribbean Sea. Stand up for the piece of rock in the Caribbean Sea and speak for this country. Talk for this country. Because whether it doesn't matter where we are around the world, we are Jamaicans and we remain Jamaicans. So I say to you this morning, 10 minutes before 11 o'clock, 10 before 10 o'clock in Jamaica, I say to you all this morning, rise up, you mighty race. Stand up, my fellow Jamaicans. From Negril Point to Moran Point, I call on my Jamaicans to stand up and demand accountability. Demand a Prime Minister to either he must resign or apologize to the Jamaican people. The budget speech was given by the opposition leader. And never in the history of Jamaica, never in the history of this country, a government walk out on its people. Never in the history of Jamaica, a government walk out on its own people. And the Prime Minister of Jamaica walked out on the Jamaican people. And all you can hear on other social medias, them a dirty comrade, them a dirty labor right. When are we going to walk up? When are we going to stand up for Jamaica? When are we going to say, this is my home, the island in the sun, brought to me by my father's land. When are we going to say, Eternal Father, bless our land, guide us with thy mighty hand, and keep us free from evil powers? When are we going to recite the national pledge? I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the strength and vigor of my body. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may under God increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity. When? When are we going to do that? But yet, all we can think about is our political parties. For those who believe that this country will go behind Haiti, think again. Think again. We will rally around a single cause and a single purpose. We cannot let Jamaica be a failed state. We cannot and we will not allow Jamaica to become a failed state. None of us should believe in our country to get a better way of life. None of us should leave our country to have a better way of life, but we have to. Because of what? Our style of governing our country. Politicians continue raping the economy of our country. And if you all believe it's politicians alone robbing the country, make a sad mistake. Those who call themselves permanent secretaries in the various ministries, they are the one should be dragged through the court of public opinion. Huh? No more. Those permanent secretaries in the government ministries across the length and breadth of Jamaica, you all have a lot to answer to God for. And one of these days, the Jamaican people are going to get the truth about those permanent secretaries. One of these days, they will get the truth about those permanent secretaries. One of these days. Because we will not as Jamaicans continue the way that you people want us to continue. No more. No more. Commissioner of Police, sir. If you truly love the Jamaican people, sir, and you have the regard for the Jamaican people, sir, then let your tenure as Commissioner of Police be an example to others. Let the Jamaican people can say, yes, this man is the best Commissioner of Police I've ever seen so far. And by doing that, sir, gain the trust of the Jamaican people. And by doing that, sir, clean up the police force. Get rid of the corruption of the police force. And answer to the Jamaican people, not to the Parliament of Jamaica. We're going to switch our gears. That is what was on my mind. I'm sorry. Whenever I get emotional, I end up tying up my tongue. Anyway, that was on my mind this morning. We're going to switch to something else. We're going to switch to the case of Vybz Kartel, where his lawyer the lawyer representing dancehall artist Vybz Kartel, Isat Buchanan, is confident that his client will not face retrial. Wow. He's confident his oh Lord of mercy. Hold on for me, please, ladies and gentlemen, people. Hold on for me. I want to say good. Ay, ay, ay. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Those who are watching us beyond the shores of Jamaica, those who are watching us in Germany, Italy, and England, France, and Russia, good morning. My. Yes, we're going to switch gear to a different topic this morning where attorney at law representing dancehall artist Vybz Kartel Isat Buchanan say he's confident his client will not face retrial. Let's listen to what Mr. Buchanan has to say.
The Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP Paula Llewellyn, has already signaled her intention to seek a retrial against Kartel and his 3 co-accused. But, speaking during an interview on the popular online entertainment podcast The Fix on Wednesday, Kartel's attorney Isat Buchanan says given the facts of the case, a retrial is highly unlikely.
There are several issues. So generally, you have delay. Our courts have already pronounced that 8 years is a long time. They have been locked up for 13 years. Availability of witnesses. We're talking about officers who have retired. And then what of the evidence? What about publicity?
You don't want a retrial. That's what it sounds
It's not going to happen.
Mr. Buchanan says the Court of Appeal may expedite its determination about Kartel's fate given his client's poor health.
This is about justice. Justice rushes, justice crushed in this situation because we start over. I figure when that letter come, there are considerations that I know in terms of the compassion of the court, and this was an expedited hearing on the grounds of his medical illness. It was granted on his medical position. So that's not stripped away simply because it's being passed back here. The court will act under the same mandate and deal with it expeditiously.
Mr. Buchanan told The Fix that Vybz Kartel has found God and is anticipating the day he'll walk out of prison as a free man.
13 years is a long time. There were times when I did visit him and I stop and the humanity, you realize that this is a lot. I say, you have to hold it. One of the proudest things I will say is that he found God. He is interacting with that faith. He was never doubtful. He always wanted his day in court. He's excited. He's looking forward to being reunited with his family. Same for the other 3 co-accused.
Shalois Michael for...
You know, when you listen to that news clip in there, and you listen to what Mr. Buchanan has to say, that Mr. Kartel, Mr. DJ Palmer, aka Vybz Kartel, has found God. When you're in a secluded area, and you decide to reflect and meditate, that's the time you find the God above that you love. And he loves you. And that is why this morning, I'm going to switch to a video that I keep on playing on this platform here. And one of the reasons why I keep on doing it is because it grieved my heart to hear one of Jamaica's chief prosecutors, Jamaica's chief prosecutor, who is being paid by the taxpayers of Jamaica, to say to the Jamaican people that she has done this before. And nothing has been done to her for doing this. She has never been dragged through a court. She has never been locked up for doing this. She continues to breach the fundamental rights of the Jamaican people. And nothing has been done. It goes back to what I was saying earlier on when I start this program. That there is 2 Jamaica. One for the people of the Vum Vavant, and one for the people who live below Crossroad. One Jamaica for the people of the Vum Vavant, the Vum Vavin, who has never been prosecuted for nothing that they do. And the other one is for the dirty foot chooses boy or dirty skirt chooses girl who live below Crossroad. And I want you all to tell me something this morning. We have played this on this platform before. But be honest to yourself. Be honest within yourself. If this is what this woman have been doing, how many Jamaicans are languishing in the prisons of our country because of what the DPP did with tainted jurors? How many Jamaican citizens is languishing in prisons in this country? Listen to what she said. Not me. She said it out of her own mouth.
Fallout,
Llewellyn's
the
shocking comments
discussions,
on Vybz Kartel Privy Council
the
appeal.
heat from the Vybz Kartel Privy Council ruling continue. And this morning, for the first time, the DPP was responding since the judgment came down last Thursday morning. And she was asked by Tona and Ricardo about the advice she gave to the judge in the trial after it was revealed that there was an attempt to bribe the jurors.
DPP, having been told that all of your jurors in 2014 had been offered a $500,000 bribe, why did you not advise the judge that it was probably best to dismiss the jury, which was now obviously tainted?
You see, you are now trying to get me to discuss the matter, and I told you that I didn't wish to.
No, but certainly this point, DPP, is important because here the law lords are saying you advised the judge that you were prepared to proceed even though you knew that the entire panel, 11 jurors, the forewoman told you, had been offered bribes. Wouldn't that mean in your judgment, DPP, that the entire jury, as the law lords have now found, was contaminated and should have been terminated or discharged?
Well, first of all, I am not the judge.
True, but you gave advice that you were prepared to proceed, and what I'm trying to understand.
We were prepared to proceed.
But why were you prepared to proceed with a jury that was contaminated?
No. All the other factors, that some of which I cannot go into in terms of.
So you were thinking about cost. You were thinking about how long the matter had been going.
We were also thinking of security issues. There were a lot of other issues that we cannot go into the public domain. And what our information from the foreman was, what she was saying, was that all of the attempts had to do with acquittal. Clearly, if it had been the other way, we would have, clearly, given the overriding objective of any case, which is fairness to the accused. But what would have been perhaps planted in the mind of the jurors is, okay, you need to acquit. And remember that these persons, at least two of them, are very famous. So it would have been, as far as the prosecution, when we discussed it, we would have been at those ones at a great disadvantage. This is not the first time.
But with the greatest respect, DPP, that's not persuasive, because what I want you to focus on is the fact that the process now had been corrupted and contaminated, and you advised the judge that you were comfortable proceeding with a contaminated and corrupt process.
This is not the first time that I have had to deal with jury tampering.
And be that as it may, in the exercise of your judgment, why did you not see it fit to bring to an end a matter that had been corrupted?
After 64 days of trial?
Isn't the interest of protecting the impartial trial greater than the length of time that had elapsed?
I agree with you on paper, but I have done other cases where there has been jury tampering to the great negative of the prosecution. I have seen cases, I've seen jury inquiries where the juror, having been questioned, it was quite clear that it was either an accused person or an accused person's relative that approached the juror. And the juror was able to indicate to the court that it did not make any difference. He would still be able to have an impartial situation in his mind. I have had the experience. I've prosecuted many cases And when asked, I have indicated that we don't have any problem. So in other words, we are prepared to take our chances and just try to make sure that you have a very powerful address. But this, what happened in a couple of the cases I've dealt with, didn't happen during summation. It happened before we got to summation. So I have had the experience before of jury tampering. And I have been asked before, what is my view, being the prosecutor in the matter? And even after the inquiry, it's a judgment. It's quite clear that you don't know if the juror is telling you everything about the encounter with the relative of the accused, but you are willing to take the chance nonetheless. So it has happened. I mean, both myself and Mr. Taylor, who was the prosecutor, we didn't drop from the sky. It's not the first case that we are both having to deal with. And in our experience, we have had to deal with cases where you have issues arising.
With the benefit of hindsight, do you regret the submissions you made?
You are not going to get me there. You are not going to get me.
Well, quite an interesting 5 minutes of exchanges there. And the takeaway for me is the DPP seems to be relying on the fact that in her long prosecutorial career, she has made a judgment call, several judgment calls, in a number of instances of jury tampering. And I wonder, does that make it legally correct? It might be a call that has been wrong. Because surely, based on what we now have from the Privy Council, jury misconduct undermines the fundamental principle of the justice system of the accused being entitled to a fair trial. And the fact that you have been doing it several occasions before does not make it right. Those who have been in such matters, do they have cause, reason to wonder at minimum? It is, Madam DPP, quite a space we are in.
You know, when you listen to what the DPP just said, she has done this on several occasions where she know the jury is tainted, the jury mixed up in a some shibangarang by collecting money. For those who don't understand tainted, that's what it means. And the goodly DPP allow the case to continue. Jamaica's chief prosecutor. You don't hear Jamaican for Justice raise an alarm. She said she have done this more than one time. You don't hear Jamaicans for Justice raise an alarm. You don't hear the human rights groups around the country raise an alarm. You don't hear nothing like that. Nobody raised an alarm. So it begs to ask the question of the Jamaican citizens. Is it that, and if Jamaican for Justice said something and I didn't hear, I'm starting to be corrected. But is it that those human rights organizations are condoling with what the DPP said? You hear nothing from the Jamaica Council of Churches or the Jamaica Umbrella of Churches who keep on saying that they love young people and they want young people to come into their church and they love young people and they love Jamaica and all sort of shebang around. You don't hear nothing from one of Jamaica's senior pastor of all times, and I won't call in the name. He owns a church on some road, Walking Park Road. You hear nothing from him, a former ombudsman. One of Jamaica's former prime minister came out and speak about it. One of Jamaica's former minister of finance, who's also a King's Counsel. And by the way, the former prime minister speak of his PJ Patterson. Former prime minister of Jamaica and former president of the People's National Party. He is King's Counsel. He's an attorney at law by profession. A former minister of finance who's also a King's Counsel, an attorney at law by profession. He's also a high court judge. They came out and they speak about it. What I am talking about, I'm not talking about Mr. Kartel case. Because I'm no lawyer to say Mr. Kartel is guilty or not guilty. That's not me to decide. I am not a lawyer, and I do I profess to be a lawyer. What I am saying is this. The DPP admitted on this interview on one of Jamaica's famous radio station nationwide. So that she has dealt with jury tampering before, and she allowed it to go through. And until now, you hear nothing from the government of Jamaica. You hear nothing from the judiciary. You hear nothing from the Chief Justice of Jamaica. You hear nothing from the Attorney General of Jamaica. You hear nothing from these people. And they are collecting taxpayers' money. Whether they're getting by paid now or they're getting by pension, we don't know. How many other Jamaicans, Madam DPP, did you send to prison with tainted jurors? How many other Jamaican citizens, Madam DPP, you're Jamaica's chief prosecutor, how many other Jamaicans are languishing in the prisons in our country? And that is why the Jamaican people must call on the Chief Justice, call on the President of the Court of Appeal to review Mrs. Paula Lewis, what is her name? To review the DPP cases. You need to review the DPP cases. Because if she admitted to doing a crime, and you hear nothing from nobody about it, if it was somebody at the low ends of society who committed this crime, then gone to prison like dog, The DPP, Jamaica's chief prosecutor, admitted on national radio that she allowed tainted jurors to proceed in cases. The same way she allowed a tainted juror to proceed in the Vybz Kartel case. The question that we must continue asking, and who don't want to hear me ask it, come off of the platform. The question that we must ask this afternoon or this morning, 15 after 11, 15 after 10 in Jamaica this morning. It's a couple minutes after whatever in South Africa. It's an evening time in South Africa now. Jamaicans in South Africa watching us. The question that we Jamaicans must ask of the DPP: how many other Jamaicans have you sent to prison without a fair trial, ma'am? How many? And how many judges you have been in front of who you and that judge know about the tainted jurors and you send innocent people to prison? How many? How many Jamaicans, Madam DPP, did you send to prison on tainted jurors? How many others? How many other poor people's son and pitney? Poor people's son and daughters, rather. How many other poor people's son and daughters have you sent to prison without a fair trial, Madam DPP? Quite frankly, Madam DPP, if it was any other jurisdiction around the world, you'd have to resign, ma'am. If it was any other countries around the globe, Jamaica's true prosecutor, Miss Paula, the DPP, would have to resign. But of course, we hug up corruption in this country. We hug up nepotism in this country. And we hug up cronyism in this country. Jamaica's chief prosecutor admit to the Jamaican people that she has done this before and nothing has been done. I'm going to end the program by taking some calls. Your views on what went on. The number to call is 954-529-8030. That's the number to call on the program this morning. How many Jamaicans is in the prisons around Jamaica that has been sent to Port Augusta, or the prisons that they have the name, I don't remember the names of them, that the chief prosecutor, Jamaica's chief prosecutor, have sent to prison? How many Jamaicans? And we, the Jamaican people, must demand that Jamaica's Chief Justice review Mrs. DPP cases, both when the case of Mr. Kartel was tried and before that. The number to call is 954-529-8030. We cannot, as a people, sit down and hug up these things, you know. Not because it is not on our doorstep, we're gonna say, oh no, not gonna let Paula alone. But when it reach your doorstep, it's a ball. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you doing? Welcome to our program.
Yes, thank you. You know, for years, and when I say years, for years, I've been crying for my country. You don't know how blessed and happy I am to hear you speak this morning.
Thank you, ma'am.
And the situation that is going on in Jamaica, the corruption that is going on in Jamaica. And I'm just wondering if somebody could tell me, why is Jamaican people so silent? Sometimes it seems like only the people abroad is crying and the people of Jamaica are not crying. Why are we so silent with what is going on in Jamaica? And once again, I thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome, sir. That's it. That's all I have to say.
That's all you have to say?
That's all I have to say, and I'm listening.
Okay, thanks. All right.
I am listening.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For those who want to call into the program, is 954-529-8030. It's a WhatsApp number also. It is a WhatsApp number. I want to say good. Is it, what time is in Germany now? Is it morning or in Germany? But I see somebody from Germany on the platform here. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I don't know what time is it in Germany now. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And hit the bell icon to know when I go live. That's like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to know when I go live. Share this channel to all your friends and family around the world. Thank you all very much for calling in also. For those who want to call in now, the number is 954-529-8030. You know, a lot of Jamaicans around the world, you know, is crying out for this country, you know. They're crying out for this country. Big time. Big time. How many Jamaicans? That's a question I'm asking, and I would love to know. Wouldn't you love to know how many Jamaicans the DPP has sent to prison with tainted jurors? Now they're in the process of amending the Jury Act. Wow. Okay, the person was calling. Can you call back, please? 954-529-8030. It's also a WhatsApp number. The person was calling, the gentleman was calling a while ago. Can you call back, please? Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program.
Morning.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
Yes. Good afternoon indeed from the UK, man.
Oh, welcome.
So, a very concerned citizen of what is going on in my little piece of land called Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
Both politically and what is going on with the DPP. It is unbelievable that our learned DPP really came on national radio. I'm going to say she denounced herself by acknowledging or accepting wrongdoings on her path. It is very degrading. It is very disappointing. And I believe in other country, you know, there would be, she would have no reason to be still holding that chair of DPP. You know, she would be forced by the private sector or, you know, the people who their voices are heard in any other country. However, because of corruption, because I know that it is corruption why she is still holding that chair.
Indeed.
And you know, she, you know, her, you know, it was bullied. It was a bullied decision to have extended her stay as a DPP. You know, first and foremost. I am not defending the men. However, I'm in the UK and I'm not defending the men. The Vybz Kartel clan, the Vybz Kartel and the other men. That's the latest case.
Yes.
However, when you listen to the case, because I listened to it intensively,
Yes.
You cannot admit that had you removed that juror, you would have to start over the whole thing. You know, that's a no. I'm not a man. I'm a man of the law because I served in the army before. And I'm not, but I don't know the law like how the DPP or Buchanan would have known it. However, I have a basic knowledge of it.
Yes.
You know, it's like I could have been sent to prison with a poisoned group of jurors because what what gave away everything was that you imprisoned the juror after the case was finished.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? It meant that you acknowledge that something went wrong. So if something went wrong, everything is gone wrong.
Wow. And you know what I'm saying, sir? You have some people who thinking. I hope you all can hear me on social media. You have some people who believe that they're thinking that we're not talking about Lizard and his family. As I said before,
Right.
I am not here to try the case. What I am talking about is what the DPP did. And I'm asking the question, how many other Jamaicans has the director of public prosecution did this to? That's all I'm saying. I can't try.
Well, that's $1 million. That's $1 million question, because she admitted that she had done it before.
Okay.
And this is not a hearsay now. This is not an allegation. I quote. She said it, because I heard it.
Wow. We're in serious problem in this country, sir.
And I don't know if you're going over the other side of the fence politically, but I have been roasting the Facebook with comments about this Juliet Honey's thing. The leader of the opposition, my boy, said nothing wrong. Flip the coin around. Okay, flip the coin around. Put Andrew as the Speaker of the House and Juliet as the Prime Minister. Yes. What difference would it have made?
No difference, sir.
No difference.
Yes.
You cannot have a wife and a husband running the parliament. And the question I would like to ask: what powers? Listen, I've been going to school from youth, from doing like civics in school, and I read the parliamentary setup and everything from in the 70s come straight up, because I'm 54, yeah?
Yes,
so
sir.
I know about the political setup in Jamaica.
Hold on for me, sir.
Hold
on for me, sir. We have about 2 more minutes because I have some more calls coming in. Go ahead.
Right, it's the first Speaker of the House since I was born and know about politics that I saw have so much power in a house of parliament. Where does this come from?
She give herself power, sir. Thank you for calling in.
No problem, sir. I'll keep on listening to your program. Very, very instrumental and I'm learning a lot.
Thank you very much, sir. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
No worries. Will do, sir. All the best.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Mek Wi Talk program. Good morning.
Yes, hi. Good morning, Jeffrey.
How are you doing?
I'm great, thanks. And you?
I'm here looking and living, my dear.
You know, I have a question.
Go ahead.
If she has a pension to collect, don't you think she should lose that pension after she retires?
I would say the same thing to ma'am.
That's a question I want somebody to call me on, or let me hear.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you very much for calling in. Yes. Thank you. Hello. What's going on here? I'm not seeing the calls coming in. Hold on. Where's the call coming in from? I'm not seeing it. Whoa. Hold on for me, please. I'm not seeing the call at all. Where it's coming in from? For me to answer it. Dear God. Hold on for me, please. The phone is ringing and I'm not seeing the call at all. Okay, what is going on here? I'm not seeing where the call coming in from. Oh, here it is. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Sorry about that. This phone. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How can I assist you?
The program you have been putting on,
Pardon me?
far, I'm seeing after the program we have been putting on, and it has been edifying a lot of people.
Thank you.
I should tell you, it's a lot the DPP has sent to prison. I think it's a lot she has sent to prison that way. She should be removed from the Kentucky Kid case.
The what?
Plus the X5, the Kentucky Kid case. She should be removed from them. Plus you have the X5 man, and now you have Vybz Kartel, plus the many others she have done in that manner. You know? So she haven't been doing a good job so far. As far as I see, she's for the upper class people, not for the poor. You know? So I think she should be removed, sir.
Well, we'll all see that, sir. Thanks for calling in.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Where are you calling from?
Next door, you man. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm sick.
Pardon me?
Sick. I'm just sick with the condition of our country, Jeffrey.
All of us, sir.
And, you know, as a member of a Seventh-day Adventist church, in which the now Prime Minister tie himself with, which is not a Seventh-day Adventist. But in tie himself with Seventh-day Adventist to get vote. But I can understand the goodly gentleman who is the Governor General of Jamaica is a former president.
Hold on for me. Let me ask that question. I'm going to allow you to talk. Let me ask you this question, though. You said that the Prime Minister align himself to the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So how is it that the people of the Vumvava and the Vumvava of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is so quiet toward what is going on in the country?
Well, that's where I'm going, Jeffrey.
Okay, go ahead.
That is where I'm going. Because I said the goodly gentleman who sit in the king's house there.
The one who go around and name?
He was a former member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in West Jamaica Conference. He was a president. And he was appointed by Bruce Golden. But I can't understand the heart that he has, who is supposed to be a man of God, who sits up there, agree with when Andrew makes certain recommendation, he can't tell Andrew say no. Huh? And these two things that happen. One, Andrew walked out of the house last Tuesday. Secondly, Paula Llewellyn come out and tell Jamaican out of your own mouth. Paula Llewellyn supposed to resign now and be arrested by the police.
You would never see that, sir.
And I'm calling upon Jamaican. I mean, we are doing what we can do here. Because I know in a couple months we're going to New York. But I'm calling upon the Council of Churches. I'm calling upon Jamaicans. I'm calling upon labor rights. I'm calling upon PMP. Everybody needs to take the road. We should be wearing this Monday morning. Everybody should dress in black. We are mourning because Andrew walk out as a prime minister. Wherever your prime minister walk out and the people. The people of Jamaica will wake up and start demonstrate 1999 when PG in a power. It's a little bit of gas and then burn down Jamaica.
I remember it, sir. I was stuck at the University of the West Indies.
Well, I have to walk from halfway tree to Ellison Flat that day. So I'm calling on the Jamaicans all Jamaicans who are down there, even though that 2 million that is hungry, they need to take the street. Everybody need to come out. Who can go demonstrate, come out and then gateway with placard. Andrew and Paula Llewellyn, time come for them go home. Paula Llewellyn must be resigned now and be prosecuted. How many lives had she destroyed innocent people she sent to prison where she come on the here, come admit and nationwide? How she so brazen? Who is representing the people of Jamaica? Because Andrew is no longer Prime Minister. Because he give up that right to be Prime Minister.
And
so Jamaicans need to wake up.
On Tuesday when he walked out of the parliament, sir, he gave up that right as Prime Minister.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, Jeffrey. He walk away from the job. Where you walk out of your job and still have it?
Only in Jamaica, sir.
The people must wake up, man. They must stand up for justice. Stand up. Right? My wife have been crying. I have been crying. I know church people here that are crying. And I know there are people in Jamaica that are crying too. I have been crying.
You know something, sir? And I want to apologize to nobody. The Jamaica Council of Churches and the Jamaica Umbrella of Churches are a bunch of hypocrites in us, sir. You don't have to comment on what I said, but they're a bunch of hypocrites.
No, but they're so silent. I grew up in a church, and the church is what helped give us freedom in Jamaica. The church. And everybody gone sleep because everybody on in a cookie jar.
The only thing they can go to the church go do, you know, is talk who they sleep with pastor from who not sleep with pastor. And who they sleep with this and then chop some tongues. Mama Socia who stole the Honda. You see me, I see you. Look under me, I look under you.
You see, Jeffrey, I don't know what to say, but and I'll call upon the Minister of Justice because feel.
I like him. Him figure sit down
him feel.
Yeah.
Because listen, I don't know if you listen to him possibly about 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago. He was at West Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists again. Because I realize that Adventists they cling to and they're getting away. Because this man was saying that when the Department of the U.S. Department will put the travel advisory on Jamaica, they said nothing happened to foreigners. No American, no visitor not getting killed.
The only person
last year,
the only person think about is the foreigners coming to the country. You know, think about Jamaicans who put him in power. Oh, I see.
Exactly, because 3 Jamaican die. Jamaican who live abroad here visit Jamaica and die, and it's okay. That's the Minister of Justice. So I wouldn't even talk about him because there's no justice there.
Jamaica don't have any Minister of
Justice. You understand?
Sir. Hold on for me, sir.
Right?
Jamaica don't have any Minister of Justice, sir. What Jamaica has is the Minister of Injustice and the Minister of Insecurity.
Boy, I am ashamed of Patrick Allen. Shame of him. Who continue to sign.
Is Patrick Allen ashamed?
You know, well,
sir, these people, you know, sir, these people, all they know for doing, sir, is hold high position and get the perks. That's all I know for do. Thank you for calling in, sir. Have a next call coming in, sir.
Have a good day, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Jamaica land we love. Wow. No, but on a lie. Marsha, when I go in a church, you know, you need to run mama so you look on me, I look on you. And then chop some tongues in the church. What cost them cost somebody to them, what them the other sister and brother? You stay there. You think a joke? You think a joke? When them ready for chop some tongues in the church in the man, and then come around and say they pray for you. But they pray for yourself. Before they go up and stand up and speak what is going on in the country. Then talk about you. And I said, "Do not pray for you, Lord Jesus." And it chops on tongues. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Hold on for me, sir. Hold on for me. Hold on there for me. Hold on there for me. The phone you're cracking down again. You hold on there. Go ahead, sir. Hold on there. Hold on there. Because they know why you talk. Because the church they talk about, so they know why you talk this morning about the church. You hold on there for me. Hold on, man. Hold on. You hold on there. Hold on there. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Go ahead now.
Yeah, so they be the church vetted corruption,
The church do what?
aid and vetted corruption in this country.
Because some of the church they corrupt themselves.
I'm going to show you something.
Yes.
Every year they have this big church gathering. You want this, sir?
They say a prayer breakfast for the nation, but at the passes, the passes.
All right.
Hold on there for me. At the passes, of the vumva and the vumva, you know. When them go to go pray, man. Father help us.
All right. Since them say it's a prayer breakfast for the nation. So they are blind that don't see what happened to the poor people of this country.
Then them same one are the poor people, sir. Them same one going to the church get all.
Well, you know what down to Jamaica. You remember how any man are going to Port Royal?
Yeah.
Aid and vetted by the King of England.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yes.
And nobody couldn't talk to them. Nobody. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The Jamaican poor people are part of the corruption.
Mm-hmm.
You sit down, they sit down, and this man tell them lie and promise years and years. And you have a local government election.
Hold on.
Right?
Hold on. Sir, hold on.
And don't sit down.
Sir, hold on a minute there. Hold on a minute there. Father, I stretch my hand to thee. No other help I have but you, O Lord. The Prime Minister of Jamaica promised some people in a Clarkstown, Silicon Valley. He wanted people to vote, and he said to them, saying, "Here, I will give you Silicon Valley. Why you have to vote for me first, and I can give you Silicon Valley."
So you see what I'm saying? That Jamaica aid and vetted corruption, right? Because they can't see that some of the things it's impossible for any government to deliver. It's impossible for a government to stop crime. You can't see with women. It's impossible. No one in the world that you can reduce it, but you can't stop it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the people is a part of the corruption. The people, because they sit down for 7 years, 8 years, and see this man taking them like a donkey to the well, to the dry well.
Oh God,
right?
Almighty have mercy upon this country.
Or answer you might win, and Peter Bunting they say only God can help us with crime.
Yes.
Only God can help us with this government. The church corrupt, the judicial system corrupt, and the government corrupt, and the POC corrupt. What we now know the poor people have no answer to this country. And the one answer we them get, then take saltfish and flour, vote against education. It still happen now.
Then let me ask that question now, sir. if you have a prime minister, all because in the name of vote, in tell the poor people of Clarkstown, some of the people don't even know the meaning of Silicon Valley. So if you give me your vote, I will make Clarkstown in a Silicon Valley. Now tell me something now. Isn't this man a wicked and dreadful person?
Well, them's a lie. 9 DNA, so I'm expect better.
And the people then say, yeah, but almighty.
Then the boss man, then boss man not tell them same thing and they say, yeah.
Father.
Boss man tell them same thing now. So service is better than education. Everybody jump up and say, yeah, Busha. You forgot. You know read history?
I heard about it, sir.
You want Jamaican people yet you? Tell them truth.
You're so correct. True.
If you want Jamaican people, tell them truth. You tell them truth, that's how they hate you. If any government ever tell them truth, they never win a seat. Because we so dumb and illiterate. Right? We don't do research. I hear some people run some program, right? And then I say, there's a thing in Google that people can Google things and get information. And then I realize.
Let me say something to you, sir. Some of the Jamaican people, and I apologize to nobody. And then I put on my tent, but not chicken back bonfire. Some of the Jamaican people, is this, sir? All they know for doing, you know, is talk about Mass Joe. A Hoover Pitney belongs to Mass Joe. A Hoover Pitney belongs to Miss Mary. And a Mass Joe, a Mark Pitney. And a Sata Shibango. That's what they love. They love the sus and the cascas. They don't love to listen. They don't love to listen to the facts or the truth. They don't want to learn about anything. What they want to learn about is who Miss Mary had the Pitney for. Because Mass Joe belongs to Mass Joe and a Mass Joe the Papa.
I hear a young man, a young influenced person from a radical program Sunday. And when Isaac, I read something to him. He must say, nothing go so. It's in the paper, he must say, nothing go so.
Oh,
right?
You mean Mr. Diaglar?
Vegas. Vegas.
Okay.
I tell you, nothing go so. I'm just Google, why must I just Google and there was something that come in front of me. No go so. Even the station never apologized to Mark Golden for quoting him wrong. Right? And those people come on those platforms because some people love them and brainwash the people. And them will get national award October.
Let me say something to everybody. Let me say something to everybody on this platform. This year, boy, when named Jeffrey Tavares, no one, no other of old donkey, or other of old this, or other of old that. Me no want none. Me alright. Me no want no doctor this or doctor that.
A young man was on a program yesterday from Waterhouse, and he might tell him, say, the $15,000 a week, it can be detrimental to the Jamaican people. And they don't understand. If you put the threshold to move from 1.5 million to 1.7 million, you make no much different now. Right? If you move the threshold to $3 million and you raise the minimum wage to 30,000, with a better difference now. Right? What the young man was trying to tell all of them, say, right? He going to go dental to people because some people can work 7,000 an hour inside the boss, civil servant who films film tax up here, same tax same way. He going to employ 3 days a week. He going to make a cook Monday to Wednesday. I cook from Wednesday to Friday. Right? And then 3 days you clean. So you're going to get $7,000 or less. Right? Because the middle class people, them. Some of them can't afford some of them business going down.
Middle class?
And that's it.
What middle class?
Well, Then the funny thing about it, there's a contractor manual and it says he must pay 15,000 to his helper. Right? No. Minimum wage is a guideline that you can't pay less than that. Jamaican people know that right now. Minimum wage is a guideline that you can't employ somebody and pay less than that.
Sir, we gotta go now anyhow. But let me say something to you. If the Jamaican people have the Chinese, I bet you I can tell you something. You see, we Jamaicans, what happened to what is happening to us? Are we causing it upon ourselves? Because if me go downtown Kingston and go open a wholesale, they don't support me, you know. They go support Mr. Chin.
No.
So hold on, you know. So when me paying them say $16,000 then, because 15,000 is supposed to, so me pay them 16 or $17,000 then.
Yeah.
They still not gonna work with me, you know. They prefer rob me and go stay with Mr. Chin.
Yeah. I'm just in shake them up every time. They might come in and go out.
All right, so thanks for calling.
Every time they are going to the store, just in shake them out and shake them in.
There you go.
Right? Right? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for calling.
Well, we indebted, sir. We in debt.
Same way, sir. But what to do? What to do? But on the line, me to tell. You're going to the church, them, you know. I mean, I mock nobody. But all I can hear, Robert Mama Socia, who stole the Honda. You look on me, I look on you. Robert Makashalama. And what bad one in the custody one in the night church is unbelievable. Some of the churches in Jamaica, they have lost their way with God. I remember back in the days, nobody going to a church. Nobody going to a church, go rob a church. No, they're not breaking in the church, them. What is going on with this phone? The person was calling. Can you call back, please? Can you call back, please? 9545298030. 9545298030. Call into the program. What you think of what is going on in the land of wood and water? Do you believe that the DPP have sent a lot of Jamaicans to jail because of her negligence and her tainted jurors? Hello. Want to call in the churches for do? What the churches gonna do? But I know God for yourself. There's a song that is sing by, I think it's Raleigh Christie. That say, know God, know him for yourself. Okay, I am not seeing where the call coming in from. What on earth is going on? Okay. This is weird. The phone is ringing. Me not see they call them. All right. Many way to do this thing. Let me see something here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this phone. The calls are coming, but I'm not seeing the call to answer the call. Whoa. This is ridiculous. Anyway, this is how we're gonna have to get the calls in though. Hold on for me. Hold on for me, please. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get the calls in. Yes, I was saying that some of the churches in our country, they They are the ones who, let me figure out something here. Okay, it rings. So why is it? I don't know what's going on. The phones are ringing, but I'm not seeing the calls coming in. Mm-mm. Yes, we do apologize about that. I think there's something going on with this stupid phone here. Anyway, let us see what is next, because we have a next program coming up. It's going to be exciting. And oh, what's going on with WhatsApp, Jerry? The numbers are 95452. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Hold on a minute there. Hold on a minute there. Where is the Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tavares.
Oh, hello, Sir Cook. How are you doing?
I am good.
Yes, sir. You want to take part in the program here, sir? What is your views on what is going on in the land of wood and water?
Well, I just get a call from a grandmother who tells me that her son get liquor off a bike and is now admitted to the Kingston Public Hospital. $1.4 billion for this year's administration, Mr. Tavares. And the lady I tell me, so them tell her, say her grandson need to go do a test at Apex.
Why
because the hospital, well, Apex must be the one that has the machine, the particular machine that needs to be used for that to be done.
So hold on for me, Mr. Cook. Hold on for me, sir. Jamaica's national budget for the financial year 24 to 25 stood at $1.3 trillion. And you're saying to me that KPH don't have certain equipment to do certain tests on the people themselves?
No, sir. Not only that. Remember, I'm have to pay $30,000 to a private ambulance to take him to Apex on Malines Road, and the ambulance have to wait to take him back to the hospital. And in addition to that, he still have to find money to pay for the test. Now, as I say, people have to get smarter and wise. So, elections have consequences. A citizen, a man get liquor off him bike, the driver leave him after him leave. The young man is now suffering from several broken bones in his body. And him have to pay for an ambulance, because how can a hospital not have an ambulance to take him to Apex and back?
Boy, I'm telling you, the center cannot hold me and I keep on the land.
Every time you go a KPH, it's the same story of Jesus and his glory. Them don't have equipment to do certain tests on you. It is either the X-ray machine broke down, which tells me if it had broke down so much time, it's time for you to upgrade that machine and get something and at least get a certain amount of time out of that machine. Or you bring in the right people to fix it. But you cannot be seeing people in a hospital where you have several firms. You have medicine, you have this, you have that. And if that is part of your medical services that you are going to need, and you have to look outside. Now, if you are going to do a surgery at the university or the West Indies, them give you a long list of equipment that you, the patient, must buy. The hospital don't have them thing there. You don't understand.
So, Luke.
Oh, Jimmy.
Look, let me say this to you, Luke. In your honest opinion, a $1.3 trillion budget, budget for the financial year. Do you think, what is your views? Do you think that the Ministry of Health will get half of that 1.3 trillion?
Yeah, but Iowa. No, because Iowa, I still ask, how do you create a budget when you have not concluded a census to look at the population size and then to apply the amount of resources based on expectation? Because the technocrat them are going to say, if 500 people use the hospital last year and they needed this service and we find medication to be supplied for the hospital and the free health care, or the use of these equipments are necessary. How do you appropriate to the Ministry of Health the right amount of money based on projection? Because remember, in this projection you are using in making up a budget, you estimate that if 500 use it, possibly with the high level of homicide and the recovery process from COVID-19. Furthermore, we have a high incidence of accidents happening in Jamaica. This is what is going to be required to serve the public. Now, when people attack, people must be feared. Nobody not try to bring down them government, but good governance structure say you must have your best people, you must put your best people forward. Yes. A hospital can't run without an X-ray, an ultrasound machine. Why, if the public, if you are going to say you give free healthcare, can you recognize that a large percentage of your population side can't afford these things under normal circumstances? Why then you don't complete the census? Look at the population that are likely to use, because you must have a question for say, how do you get medical assistance? Do you use the public system? Are you able to afford a private thing? And all of that now.
Luke? Oh Lord, calling from my WhatsApp number and I think he's reconnecting. We're speaking to human rights activist Luke George Cook about the situation in the healthcare sector in Jamaica. It's appalling. A bloody disgrace. It's a disgrace to know what is going on in the country. Mr. Cook, are you there with us? Oh, I think we have lost. Oh Lord, we have lost Mr. Cook. We're speaking to Luke George Cook, human rights activist. Was on the call with us. We have lost him. I pray and hope he'll call back in. I think I need to reboot my. Oh, here it is. Mr. Cook, welcome back.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yes.
Yeah, the people must recognize when they're being lied, when we're being lied. So we can't keep on creating a pretty picture. Government may say that they're underfunded because 75 cents out of every dollar that is earned for the country GDP goes to debt repayment. But yet still our leaders enjoy a better quality of life because if they get sick, they go abroad for their medical care. As I say, if you have a situation with your liver, we don't even have a trained liver specialist in the country. So you have to look outside of the country. Now, so if you go try to source liver, or in the United States, for instance, if you're not on the list of donor and you're not a green card holder, a citizen, or you have certain residency status in the United States, you will not be put on that list. Yet still, the minister push an organ donor system in Jamaica. Because if you have people that are in critical accident, like the other day with the gentleman whose car got out of control and him hit the metal bar and the car get in the car burst in flame and the man suffer burn. I heard a news report in Jamaica where say based on the burn where him get, the hospital can look after him because they not have the equipment. No, that video was such a thrilling video. When you see a man come out and him skin literally a drop off of him by the act of God. The man come out and him literally, you literally see, me not even know who film that and put it out there because I don't have the constitution for that. But the man basically did it, and it shows that him suffer. The brother strong because one of the time when we see him stand up and him skin and drop off. Now the family have had to reach out to the wider public to try to find money for finance, the healthcare. So what is there then, Mr. Tavares, in the government planning and this budget that them put out there? So they really address healthcare, since health is one of Jamaica's crucial emerging situation. And how would the people who believe say, boy, you know, you can't.
I am wondering, Mr. Cook, can the Jamaican people take the government to the International Court of Justice?
Boy, you know, me I ask some lawyer the other day, so why we don't carry our government to the Human Rights Court and charge them for atrocity against the people of Jamaica. Again, the Prime Minister just announced minimum wage gone up by $15,000 a week. There are some people who have a domestic helper in them house who come there Monday to Saturday, and them are get $60,000. So in that household, it means that more than one person has to be working to maintain giving this person a job, because unless you're making $6 million to pay $60,000 out of it, one individual in Jamaica who have light bill, water rate, may have a family of 4. I don't say, oh, you're going to keep the helper. And in some situations, Jeffrey, you have people who go in and cook and clean versus you have to get somebody for come in and do 2 or 3 days. Because sometimes the helpers are not able to do the washing and they are not able to do the ironing. So they hire a second person. What is going to happen to those people when the people who have them have to now find money to pay 2 people, and the resources is just not there. Remember, we're saying there is a erosion of the middle class. We have to reason out them things, and we don't see no protection. The Prime Minister did not put in any protection for people who are going to turn up this morning to work, and them employer have to tell them in all honesty when them look on all of what they have, they may not be able to pay them. Me hear the private sector come out and say them have to brace them back for do it. It's not like them ready to do it. So you know that was not at the consultation, never take place with all the partners out there to say, because the editorial did not say we are prepared to pay it. Them said them have to brace themselves and make the adjustment. You can go and look for it, Mr. The private sector president put that out there. It means planning without proper planning being looked at, because I would have thought that this was something that you spoke to the Household Helper Association in addition to the private sector, and then you sort of tell people, say, we the government have plans to raise the minimum wage, and we're asking that nobody will have to suffer as a result of our decision. Government taking a decision and look for the employer. The employer have to look at what they can afford. Now, I believe, say, nobody in Jamaica really should be earning under 100,000, because with the cost of food, with the cost of education, with the cost of utility bills, that becomes part and parcel of how we know to survive.
Oh, Lord. We've lost Mr. Cook again. We're speaking to human rights activist Luke George. Cook is giving us a quick synopsis of what is going on in the
Look
history.
at it.
Go ahead, Luke.
Yeah. And be able to take care of them family in a meaningful way. I mean, $50,000 Jeffrey and food alone still not get nothing more than probably 3 scandal bag of food. And you have to turn your hand and make fashion. So I don't know what goes into the thinking and the mindset of the leadership of the country, but all I want to say that they don't really care about us, because the reality is that I understand that they were put in office to make the lives of the people who they are employed to better. But them take 300% increase this budget presentation. This budget presentation, I really want somebody dissect it and come to the public and say, are we really benefiting from tourism? Because Backside, when me I grew up at Backside, are one of the main leading earners in Jamaica, and now we here, so we never even that benefit from Backside. So are we benefiting from tourism and how much it is? And if tomorrow morning you have another big virus break out and people stop them citizens from traveling to Jamaica, how are we going to survive? Because survival can't be dependent. Survival can't depend on one gross domestic product that we don't have any control over it. And when we never hear in the budget presentation from opposition and government is food security. With all that is happening in the world, I hear them have tell them citizens say, plant 2 banana, plant 2 this in your yard, because if the ship can't come with the food where we are import. Remember, our government has led us to a pathway of becoming dependent on other people.
We don't have Air Jamaica, they sell out Air Jamaica.
Yeah, me just say the former ambassador to the United Kingdom, so she there in Miami, and at 10 times alone Asamba put out that on big Facebook say she there in Miami and she's in the airport and the flight delayed. She there from 10 a.m. and I think yesterday she put it out and she said this was 5 something now. The flight has been delayed. Nobody is at the desk to complain to or talk to. So she don't know what time she gonna reach back at Jamaica. Just thinks that she have something now to do in the national. If she work, she have something to do for her job. And the airlines are having a tremendous amount of problem in terms of air travel. How that affect everything else. So you have to look on the cause and effect, and that me I try to say to people. Jamaicans must get up and protest. Our government must come to the table with something better. For instance, me think that them should assure we the success rate of the hard trust NTA and stop put money. If everybody know I got incentivize people for to learn a skill and we have to pay them. Yeah, I believe that you have to assist. But and everybody where go one school need the assistant. No, we have to put our resources on a student who is likely not to. I believe that if
you don't see whenever government have money to waste and want thief some money, they put some program in. And when they done, they say cost so much billions of dollars. Just like the Kingston, the Coronal Hospital rather. The Coronal Hospital, they have $2 billion more to spend on it. Because what? They have their Labour Party members who have to pay some money to work there.
Yeah. I mean, people must listen to what is being said to them, because when these people are making up a budget and them say Cornwall region are $2 billion, and then if you take 1 year, the contractor will come back to you and say to you, you see another 1 year here, we have what is called now the contingency budget, because things gone up, and so the country pays more. When that now could be going towards buying 2 equipment, 2 new brand machine, and so forth, so that at least the service that you're getting, it mitigates you having to have to find money in extra for go outside, go get it from a private supplier. And I want to tell you too, with the private supplier, do you know that half of these people who have these service outside, they have capitalized on it, they work in the hospital system.
Yes.
So just like how policemen have a whole heap of traffic on the road. Yeah. Just like how policemen have a whole heap of taxi out the road, but in pressure another man hard. These people working at the system, the people them taking, they are capitalizing on the shortfalls that the government, now if them can come up with the money for to set up these private entity, why is there not a public-private partnership that says offer the service and we will pay you?
No,
But what we're going to pay,
Look.
what we are going to pay you is the rate that we would have paid if we were budgeting like we were charging the people in the hospital. One of the things we know about them hospital here, you know, Jeffrey, is that them need for do a better assessment of the people who utilize it. I went to KPH with an eye condition and I wear a nice little shirt and pants, and the lady I got said to me, say, where me used to get my eye care from. No, when I was working, I didn't feel like I needed to burden the system, so I used to do private services. When I stopped work, I went them fire me because me look out on certain things that me never agree with, and man threatened me and say, he might gonna make me lose the liquor work. I had to resort to the public service, so I don't miss my appointment because I have glaucoma, and the nurse I got sit in front of 100 people. I saw to take advantage. You don't know my circumstances, you know. I saw to take advantage of the public system. Who know can afford it. You know how much people in a clean clothes in a Jamaica we can't even pay or buy food when them don't pay them bills. A sugar and water and crackers and sardine we have to eat.
Right.
Those who can buy.
Right over Beverly Hills there. And Cherry Garden. You up there too?
Right. No, man. Me know somebody who live at Beverly's where a business person in this country who had to do a surgery the other day, and I literally should send around the offering plate to pay a fee. People just live because them don't know what else to do, and we not commit suicide because we have a resilience in Jamaica where we not jump off for life. We're gonna look through Aki and we'll find a breadfruit tree. We try to maintain ourselves by those things, but it don't mean that our self-esteem we're not going through trauma.
Hold on there for me. Jacqueline Thomas, let me make something clear to you. I am not running a PNP program or a JLP program. I'm running a program to see what we can do to assist our Jamaican people. Jamaica is run by a bunch of gangs from 1932 until now.
Of which Jacqueline is a member, because anytime you talk anything, instead of them go fact check it and try to say, all right, a better people are asked better. Jacqueline may be able, and this is the part of Jamaica where I don't like. Me can afford it, so I don't care about the other person.
Thank you.
But me see a lady go to KPH and them tell her to buy equipment, and when she go to them, say that's not necessary. So when you go buy the equipment and spend $70,000, and then the consultant come and say, but that's not necessary because we could have do it that way, and this way is probably better for the person. You see, that's why I'm telling you, I can't talk me through to Jamaica, you know, because you see them sell them soul to the political dynasty, you know. Them either PNP or JLP, you know, and them not care not about the country, you know, because as far as the labor them concerned, Andrew Wallace can do no wrong. So the fact that they're
not only letting you look. They come on other people perform the chat certain nonsense. Go to Google Jacqueline and find out who sell here Jamaica. Go and consult Google. I'm gonna tell you who sell here Jamaica. Find out who sell here Jamaica. Then you come back on the platform and talk something with sense. Go ahead, Mr.
Yeah, that's why I believe. That's why I believe the modern day slavery is real, because I saw the white man did come and basically issue them a memorandum, and them go in Africa go take their own black brother. Modern day slavery is real. You see all them labor right and PMP them always defend the position, but them not defend that healthcare is critical to everybody in the Jamaica, regardless of color, creed, or social standing. It's critical. It's critical. And right now, it has the way all them people attack is like nobody in a Jamaica no poor in a just from don't know why we bother even.
A lot of people believe that
Program, yeah.
a lot of people hold on a look.
Nah, because
A lot of people believe, you see, that there is only rich Jamaicans in Jamaica. The people who live below Quash will have money. Because you know why? The girls in the ghetto have some hairstyle. It's unbelievable.
no, but look here. Social science tell us that if me not have no big education and the only thing me can is like 47 people ask me for bonanches. And me I try to reason with people I ask them. So why is it important for the bun company to make money now? Only not eat bun, only not eat the penny bun them every day. Why is it important? It's not as if. But you know, one of the things why I'm not going to berate the people, them, Jeffrey, if you lose everything that is normally a practice of yours, you're going to feel much less. And a lot of Jamaicans are in depression because the quality of their life is not based on bonanches, it's just the quality of life. Now, imagine me go to school and I know I'm fully done. And me, I'm put on one hairstyle where make me feel good about myself. Because there's a feel good factor to this what we're not talking about, you know. Because me and you now got to it, you know, because we have self-actualized. Them people here, at them, Mr. Olney said, did that spread COVID, because them got a shop go buy a pound. We don't even know why the brother never fire himself for that. If 70% of your country is functioning literate, are they going to get jobs that pay them large income that they become productive citizens of the country? Yeah, me not understand our reasoning. Our reasoning is off. You have people in a 1 yard that have 13 pitney and you say the woman wicked, but 13 pitney and 13 voters. Right? Then you did have the National Family Planning Board, where you used to have a big campaign where said 2 is better than too many. Now them say the world are grow underpopulated. We are encourage more people to get pregnant. Right?
Feed them with what?
Even
Get pregnant and feed them with what?
cheese strip and bag juice.
Oh.
So first we corrupt them education from birth, condition them to a particular mindset. Then we punish them when them have forgotten now. Go do other activities that sometimes support these political dynasty. Have we ever gotten to the point where we investigate how many of the scammers make contribution to large political parties? And these are the people when you throw big things like sun and you have big dance where like the 16 party in one weekend and then people buy a seasonal ticket for 100. Or these are the people who are going to the concert and buying a skybox because our people have been conditioned to this environment that at the end of the stream it's dirty. So what we not do nothing different from the big man them, because the big man them not go to jail when them do a crime, you know, are just the punisher. Imagine you have the Prime Minister outlining all of the sins of the opposition and I say we is not as corrupt as the opposition when they were in government. That statement read wrong. You should say we are not corrupt, period, because we're working on behalf of the Jamaican people. But where you are basically
Look.
Eh?
There is no way the Prime Minister can say something like that. When you have a Prime Minister who hasn't declared his assets, he can't go say no corrupt like them. He's an equally corrupt.
But the truth of the matter, when me I said to the brother, I said, for the youngest Prime Minister we get Jamaica, them statement they must be far from your lip, brother, because what you need to do is to show that Jamaica can be a country that is governed by good governance and you put the measures in place. and you deal with it. Stop listing out the sins of others because within your own political party there are sins. And then you have some people now who go and write article because them can write and them say them Fulbright. Them fully done because at the end of the day, Jamaica are almost 61, if not 60, since post-independence, since them run out the white people. We are 62. And you want to tell me say in a 62 years, we have made some improvement. We not gonna take nothing from a man and say not do nothing, you know. But where we're supposed to depend the corruption index is far, because if the corruption index is where we are at now, it means that investors will not come in to invest. And why you're not packaging Jamaica? For instance, Cornwall region could be a private-public partnership, where Jamaicans abroad are put in every Jamaican abroad are put in a 500 based on them currency, Jeffrey. And they are buying into the development. So when the development reach a mature
The question we must ask ourselves though, is the government of Jamaica really want the diaspora to invest in anything in the country? On both sides of the fence? Luke, you there? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, 1 second. In a Jamaica, I'm soon come for that. Yeah. In a Jamaica, things that quote in the US. Are we it's 55-1. How are you quoting the price? If you're buying a house, even the housing people, them when them put it out, them tell you say a 30, a 1 million US. And how do you work that out, Jeffrey? That we are being charged in a foreign currency in a country that we are developing, you know. We are no longer a third world country. We have moved to a development state. And Nigel Clark, now having people at the Ministry of Finance, said to the people them say, you cannot charge the Jamaican people in US dollars. You have to charge them in the currency because that's the currency that they make. So if I am paying you in a US dollars, it means that I pay double for my trouble, because at the end of the day, you said that the currency there is a safe currency to buy and sell pan. So you, by virtue of allowing that to be rampant in your country now, you are undermining your own economic development, because you are basically saying that people will have to do illegal things to try to find the money to pay for something as necessary as a house in a Jamaica. The very people who are going to get the $60,000 now, when them take out them, they have to file their own statutory deduction. When them take out the statutory deduction and pay it, and you might say, look, but when them are going to pay, them are pay 4 times for the year. Them are pay $16,000 down a tax office. Them are pay $24,000 for the middle quarter. Them are going to pay probably another $17,000. That is coming out of their pay. How are they being taxed, but there are no tax return? The only place in Jamaica where I know you can go really get tax return. You can go file, you can go tax office, and you can go housing trust and ask them for a refund for your contribution. But you don't want to do that if you want to buy a house or take out a loan with the NHD. You want to maintain it. Now them literally a feed off of the NHD. Check how much money the government has extracted from NHD. So it means things will have to go up twice the amount so that you now can participate actively as a citizen. Forget it. There are politicians in Jamaica who have 600-acre land. When there are Jamaicans who work assiduously hard every day, them people that don't rob nobody, them not take nothing from anybody. And them can't own a little place or where them live. Where them live, them can't get, them don't have the means to get it. I'm basically saying the country is not being run, it is sort of being micromanaged, and people are tell a story where when I got so. when I really go. And if you do that, you're disenfranchising your people from a better quality of life. People can live a better quality of life. The poor will always be with us, but this poverty, because most people are working in Jamaica. We are working poor. Because you know how much as some Syrian, me see I go around in a car and lend loan now, you know, to civil servant.
Mama.
Syrian I go around in a car and you have to pay, that money have to be paid back on a daily basis, and people have to hide from them just to make two ends meet. Now, in a Jamaica again, you have to look on it. Look on the statistic. You have too much household when you read the statin report that are single head household. And these households are headed up by women. How are we helping those single head households to better navigate the financial responsibility and the social responsibility where them have? Because if you have a job, you can go apply to the PART program. You don't get social benefit because first the comments I'm gonna say, you're getting it. You know how much pension I'm gonna say I try to get from PART. But once them pick up them TRN from the system and see that these people are already getting a pension. What is a pension for a pensioner in a Jamaica? Mr. people get basically $28,000 a month. For an old person paying light bill, water rate. Them not pay cable bill, them just have pay light bill and water rate. If you get 28,000 and your light bill come to $10,000, me hear the Prime Minister recently said them are bring an end to the energy crisis. So I know hear how him say if he might introduce some new light and power companies so the Jamaican people have competition in terms of who you get your supply from. Or we're going to build more houses with solar panel on them so that people now get them renewable energy from the sun. Right? Them are going to use the rivers and produce energy. Me not hear how them said about do that. All me hear people are do is regurgitate things that other people are talking about, and there is no assessment. Now, in good project management, you have what is called, you have a review of how the project can go. Me not hear them are putting in it now the checks and balance to say, all right, at the end of 3 months, we're going to assess how the program is being implemented and rolled out. All you're hearing is the announcement, but we're not sure how it will function. And that is my problem. You have to show me how it will function, because if you can't show me how it will function, then how is that going to help the country? We have a new commissioner of police, and yet still the Federation president was the court take him off interdiction, and then next the same court overruled what the court said and put him back for interdiction. When the man had said, no, I am standing up for police. When that stand up for the overtime pay, because the basic salary alone can't carry the police. So when you see some man come out a road and them millions, you know, say, based on them the cost of living, this is just one sector. It go for the nurse, it go for the teacher. We're losing teacher by the drum, and we don't hear nobody do a national assessment on the fact that one high school at the start of this year lost 35 teachers and more are going. What is going to happen to the education of our children? So one minister did say people will stop going to teaching and go look at other discipline like social work, because there's a need for more social worker in the country, them to choose other career than that. What is going to happen when the teachers who are coming in, these are the people who got 3 or 4 at the CXC level, and at them now I come teach some Fulbright youth, we are going to frustrate them, because what is going to happen? Are we so privileged like our current Prime Minister who can homeschool film people them and pay a private tutor for going? Some of the brightest and the best with a PhD. So that film people have a cutting edge while our one are struggling. We have one microcare center in a Kingston. And you have a child that has been sent to that microcare center. Jeffrey, you listen to me now and you check the facts. Call Michael. You have people here. At $25,000 for the assessment. At Reading Express, you can pay up to $57,000, $58,000 if you want your child to be assessed. You have children now at the basic school level who have autism. They are showing signs of autism, but you can't check them children until them are 6. Now, me and you grow up from here, so the formidable years of a child learning start between the 0 to 7.
Yeah.
Then if you are going to assess a child, at 6 years old, and then you're going to determine, say, them have autism, that means that for the first 6 years of that child life, you know, they weren't getting the sort of training, or they were not put in they are not streamed and put in a program that can adequate address them situation. So you have disenfranchised that child from 0 to 6. So all of this, you know, you have to go back to the drawing board, because a developed country needs to ensure that the resources that them are put out for human capital development is meeting the needs. And so you start at the early stage to ensure that you can offset some of the problems that might develop as a result of starting late in life. Mm-hmm. You just come out of Girls and Boys Championship, and the level of violence will come with even for go watch a sports, because people support a particular school, and as a result of it, the only thing me see come out of Boys and Girl Championship what me love. Me see 2 girls from 2 different schools after a race hug up each other, like the girl that said, me I support you, my sister. I might have lost, but I'm supporting you. If our children are demonstrating that sort of leadership, that leadership is drying up. I might not come at the same school, but I understand that we might be coming from very poor communities, very poor home, and your success is my success. I'm going to celebrate that. And then we break down the barriers of the school, because the school themselves now, is like a political dynasty. KC is like the dominant school. If you have a son now, everybody wants him to go KC, as they say the other school them. And what I find so fascinating about it is how them school are buy up poor people picnic for go run, play football, for go play netball, and yet I am worried. Are they able to come out and function, that if them get an injury from playing a sport, that they will be able to bounce back and still survive? So me want to make sure that on the ensure that if we're not going to use poor people anymore, we do it to their benefits. We make sure that everything is in a balance, and it not have no leanness to it. It is a sad day, but as I say, you have too many bright Jamaicans like yourself, Mr. Tavares, your callers and your listeners for Jamaica, a flounder. Me think that right now we're supposed to be on cruise. We're supposed to be on cruise level. The altitude where we supposed to them, I don't see where they're so, because when you still, Mark Golding said they're going to make Bob Marley a national hero. Me think that this administration should have said, boy, I don't care if you want to call me copycat, we are going to make that money, because this money and name is still by and large out there. It's a big brand. And anything we can do for capitalize on it, we need to capitalize on it and ensure that reggae music has a place in the country, because right now reggae music, if you don't mind the Chinese and the Japanese man, them take that from you too. Me not say we are put it enough for safeguard that. Then when you look on the craft vendor, them I was talking to a craft vendor over the weekend. The man said he have left that him gone back and go learn commercial cooking. And if you never do commercial cooking, him go do nursing, because those skills are skills. And I'm saying to people, get more than one skill. Don't depend on one thing anymore. Try to get even.
Look, you have some young Jamaicans who are coming up say, nursing of a woman, nursing of a man a big man.
Well, you know what? We have to change our mindset though, because right now, it's the fittest of the fittest that will survive. And if you maintain the old predominant patriarchal system where we have to talk about, it pays. You have to secure your bread and butter and stop falling into the stereotypical mindset that, well, you know, do this because, you know, Barry Chevan said right about one time was say, we tie the F and loose the bull. Boy, Pitney learn to clean him environment. Come on, man. Cleanliness is next thing. If you can't go beard, then you need to know say everything else around you to keep clean. And nobody can be dependent on anybody now because here our children are leaving homes to go study abroad. No, mommy and daddy are help another to pick up half of you. So you have to learn to pick up half of yourself. The mindset that we used to hold, we can't hold that in this new dispensation because the world I got beat and teach, you know. If we don't understand, so mindset and attitudes have to change. And that is for survival. What you gonna tell me, say, if me drop America today, I mean I have no big education, I can't go clean somebody else as a man. So me not, who are gonna give me money and foreign? You have to change your mindset. Everybody want to go up and farm work, but them not understand, say you have to go up and ground for go pick the apple, you have to go know which one to separate. All of that is critical. It's critical. Yes, leaving Jamaica might give you a better opportunity to own some part of the rock. You can go flip burger America and buy a house in Jamaica. At least you gotta have the currency where the house are selling for buy. That's good. Or you may be able to help people down here. I say a woman dead from October and her family can't bury her. And that is something we say regular. You can't even find money for bury. Even if you apply to the government, they might say, they might give you $70,000 towards a cheap. The cheapest burial is $170,000. If you can't even find $20,000, or you can find $170,000. From October, that woman dead. Me have a burial order because the family them are reach out for help. The fact of the matter, Jeffrey, me not is government have to mature the minds of the people and we have to come out of the polarized politics and people have to emancipate themselves from mental slavery. At 62 years, I will still not see the country, the service industry in the country is at its lowest. Just look, check what me I say, no man. Go down a Duke Street right here now. On one side of the street, you go up on the right side, you have the Registrar General Office, the Kingston office. And you have the police record office. And hundreds of people are down there in droves. And them have to stand up out the road in a sun. If rain come, them have to, one little piece of them have to go across the road at the Scotia Bank. That should be because the Prime Minister of this country don't need to stand up in any of them line there. If he wants something as the chief servant of the people, he might send him documentation by beer and get it. So why is it that you have made your position comfortable while the people's whose life you are supposed to be making better have to stand up out there in this inhumane system of governance? That's not good governance, right? And then if you're going to say, yeah, use technology. Now me hear them say, you know, needs that come out where them literally have all the detail for you as a Jamaican. And them say them say Christopher Tufton sign a contract for have your medical record with a UK firm. One time in England and here say a man take where the whole of the NHF record, people medical record and show the UK in a tantrum. What you not tell me, brother, is how I wish for down your name Silicon Valley. Who are gonna protect me now from cyber crime? Right? You not tell me that, you know, brother. So me not run down your development, you know, because you not show me. Because if basically a paper will not do it and now a man still a beat the system, how you not gonna protect me and all of my details? When you can't even protect me on the paper, banker rob every day. I'm in hear the Prime Minister do cyber crime. I hear him do cyber crime education. Our old man for have $6 million, him a hold on pan that little bit of money, the currency said Jamaica is likely to left him behind. And so him a hold on pan it. And him join a big financial institution like NCB who ensure every dollar will come in there. And then you go tell the man, say, I know him spend the money, but you're not willing to settle him claim. Then when you give him back something, you're like, you're doing him a favor. You're not doing no favor. So when me acquire my money go NCB, you charge me for lodging. And for withdraw, you charge me $150 for lodging.
Look,
And you charge me $250.
Hold on a minute, Luke. The Prime Minister told the people of Clarkstown that he's going to make Clarkstown into Silicon Valley. Why is the vote for him?
Well, good for him. While we're doing that, I walk down a Silicon Clark and tell me, oh, we are going to cure cancer. I'll give you a liver specialist. I'll give you some specialists in the hospital. Or a proper burn unit for deal with burn, or a air ambulance, or a regular ambulance. I hope him can tell me how we are going to get that, or why our records at RGD are still coming out with wrong information. Date of birth wrong, place of birth wrong, name wrong, and it take away 1 million years to try to solve these things because a pay farm you get to fill up half of the population. Me see a man going to RGD downtown, you know, and him could spell him pitney name, you know. And if you hear the woman at the front loud up the man, you come in here and you can't even spell your pitney name. You're sure your pitney, we should have said you're going to do a DNA. No, that's wrong. And everybody have the skill set to do everything. But you should have a customer service that is responsive. You should have a customer service that is responsive to the need of the Jamaican people, because if you look at it, it's a failure on the part of the institution of the education system. Why we have the slogan, every child can learn, every child must learn, but we know better. We know that there are schools that you pack up children because you already have them as functionally done, right? So you have the A. Selassie, the Charlie, the Kingston. Where them they pitting at Eve do sexy. One mother tell me now say her daughter go do sexy, and because she got one of the name brand school them, and she way behind, she have to pay $30,000 a month for the child get extra lessons. So you send your child to school, but you have to pay $30,000. Well, I said to her still, you know, it's an investment. Education to me right now is an investment. Who have it or who don't have it are going to suffer, because that themselves the only vehicle out of poverty. But yet still, you have children on the National Park Program who go and do not want to be humiliated, so them not go for the park lunch. Because them not want to be separated, them want to be counted. Campion College don't take park program. Them basically offer any poor people who go there the benefit of getting a loan under the same system. There is no... You're going to say, well, Campion are rich people school, but you have poor people who are beat and teach rich people and I get into Campion. Right. And they are on the path. And they...
Yeah, look, we have a couple minutes leave on the program to wrap up. So we want to wrap up. But somebody was asking us where Silicon Valley is. The Prime Minister went to Clarks. Where's Clarkson? In Trelawney? You look?
I must the one down at Brownstone. I don't, maybe I have a Clarkson, but I must Brownstone him at.
Yeah, the one that
famous. Yeah, I don't know so Silicon, but why him don't take the Trelawney why him not take the Trelawney multi-purpose Jeffrey? Why him not take the Trelawney multi-purpose stadium where them did build for cricket and turn it into a multifunctional complex where you can go set to them big MBA company there over America. We have a stadium where you can come practice. So now have sunshine, 365 days of the year. We are going to build a housing complex where your own family can stay. We are going to train some people for household help, cook food, clean a place. So when you come, it's all because we are going to give you a first-class medical center over there that if you get injured while you're down here train, you don't have to go back to the United States, because we're going to sign a memorandum of understanding with the United States for doctors there to come and treat with it. And so the services are the same. But here the spin-off from that. We have provide 60% of the facility to be used by you, but 40% is to be used by the community, so that the community can benefit from it, because the workers that you're going to get, the gardeners, the helpers, the executive assistants, all of them people there, we are going to import them from communities in and around where that multi-purpose where there.
Yeah.
So you have the stadium down there. After you build it for cricket, you know do nothing with it, you know. Not do with it, you know. That like with
remember with all fairness doing it. Is the Pakistan administration build a cricket stadium down here, you know?
Yeah, so but I know them in a power. So when me I say power thinking people have to look for where you have and turn your hand and make fashion.
But look at it this way, look at it this way, look. They're gonna build a medical facility, a top of the line medical facility. So why don't they build a top of the line medical facility for the people of Jamaica?
Because that will not be a priority, because you basically have a show now, so you use the money where you make from the foreign exchange that you're making from having an agreement with a big company for still benefit your people. What you may have, Jeffrey, is that you have a model. So it shows that it can be done. That is what you need for start with, and make it work and see how it work, and you do the testing. As I say, in a business, you have to have the trials and error. So once you do that, they say, you can start build out on all of this. All of them money the way I get from China. You have a highway where you say the grading of the road not good. Because when you reach certain part on the highway, the vehicles start to struggle. Is it that we never have any engineers in Jamaica that we have to go to a foreign dynasty to build at the highway? Our engineer them go to school, but them never get the full training.
No. Look, hold on here, man. What we fail to understand that the Jamaican government, whether the PNP or the JLP who's in power, any one of them, they will not use Jamaica's engineers or construction companies because they're not getting the money on the table. What they will do is use a foreign entity because something come on the table for them. And we must call a spade is the truth.
Oh, you mean the 15 and the 20% minister them?
Yeah.
When them deal with the foreign people, them tell them, say, look here, we have a fund, a constituency fund where you have to put a 20 in there, but you not see how the money go. Let me tell you, man, there's a lot of things that is wrong with us, and we're not going to change it if we don't learn to talk truth. Yeah, I love that. Call that yes, a spade. But you understand, no, Jeffrey, it's not that we can't think about things that are going to make us better. Because what is the lesson coming out of COVID? We spend a lot of money. Some hotel we send people, put TV in there. Schools now can learn. Schools now could have benefited, because you could have take the TV them now. That's not.
Look, the hotel that was they claims they send people going there. They claim they send people go to the hotel. Why did the government have to buy TV for the hotel?
And that me and say, because I know every hotel room normally have TV, but what I'm basically saying,
you hear nothing more about that TV saga. Everything is hush.
Yeah, man. Everything push on. You know, so one time I did read an article by the former chief Leslie Wood, the head of the court, where he said nepotism it happens everywhere, and we never gonna get rid of it. But the truth of the matter, if Miss Monroe Ellis, our account general, is putting out reports that every year Jamaica lose almost $50 billion that could be used to better our system, to serve our people better. And nobody now got.
Next call coming in, Luke.
All right.
I want to tell you thanks for coming on. We're going to have a program this evening. I think you're going to come on a program later on this evening. Thanks for coming on, Luke. George Cook.
Yeah, man, Jeffrey Tavares. It's always a pleasure to talk to you and your audience.
Thank you. The caller was calling. Can you call back, please? Let me say something here. The person who's talking about Air Jamaica, go to the Jamaica Gleaner on February 11th, 2010. Government sell off Air Jamaica's. Government sell off Air Jamaica. February 11th, 2010. I am not saying the People's National Party having a sale in Air Jamaica, but the Labour Party sell off Air Jamaica too. We must call a spade a spade. And Jamaica's health system didn't happen just under the Labour Party government. Jamaica health system has been deteriorating from in the 1990s until now. We must call a spade, man. Our health set have been deteriorating from in the 1990s. Anyway, this we're going to say so long from here for another day. Join us later on this evening. We're going to come to you again with an exciting topic right here in the Mek Wi Talk program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. And may God bless Jamaica land we love. Have a great day, everyone. Remember, do something good for someone. Do something good for your country. Jamaica needs you as how you need Jamaica. Have a great afternoon, everyone. God bless you.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk.